What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the 515 Sports Podcast here on the 515 Podcast Network. I'm Brock Bierman alongside, as always, my boy Chase Winterboard. Chase, how are we doing? It's Super Bowl week. I know these may not be the two teams that you're most excited to see in the Super Bowl, but how are we feeling anyways with the big game coming up on Sunday?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. I can't believe I'm cheering for the Chiefs three-peat, but here we are, man. Don't got a whole lot of options, so anyone but the Eagles. So
anyone but the Eagles.
But the Eagles, yep. So I don't know, man. We're feeling good. I think Brock and I are more excited about not the actual game, but all the stuff that comes with the game. So we're kind of excited to talk about that during this episode, I'd say.
No kidding. We're going to, like we mentioned a couple weeks ago and what I mentioned on the Hardwood Combos, we're going to take a break from talking college sports, which, I mean, a lot has happened, and I could talk for hours about rankings, results of certain games. I could talk for a couple episodes about the current state of officiating in college athletics as a whole, not just basketball. But we're going to focus more on the fun side of the Super Bowl. The thing that, like, pretty much anybody that's not a Chiefs or an Eagles fan is going to be looking at, the fun bets that you can place. Full disclosure, I do not place any bets. I don't know if Chase will be making any of these bets. I do not recommend anybody making these bets. These are literally just for fun. Things that you can find on FanDuel. And it's literally everything about the Super Bowl that has nothing to do with the actual result of the game, which is exactly what we want to get into. We'll talk a little bit about the halftime show. We'll have a special guest on the pod as well coming up later. National Anthem, Super Bowl specials, just overall like Gatorade color, which we'll get into a mystery three-peat that no one's really talking about in the NFL world. Kansas City's obviously going for a three-peat, but there's another three-peat on the horizon if a certain situation goes a certain way. And just overall random things that, like, on FanDuel you can literally bet right now, which is just hilarious that some of these things is even possible. First of all, Chase, have you ever placed any bets on like stuff involving the halftime show?
No.
Random things you haven't?
No.
Have you ever looked at them deeply like we're going to today? Because I always do. I think it's fun.
I never have. No, I just was like, I don't want to lose my money on something stupid. But now that I'm like really not, I mean, I never have been on them, but I don't know. Now they're kind of fun to look at.
Oh, these
like literally everything.
Literally everything from the National Anthem, which right now on FanDuel you can bet the over-under on the National Anthem length being 120 and a half seconds, minus 115, or under 120 and a half seconds, minus 105. And if you want, Chase, do we want to like just make picks for this, just for the heck of it?
Sure.
And just
and we should just keep track for the heck of it. Yeah.
Let me grab a notepad of some sort so I can keep track for us.
Yeah, we can see how we do.
And then when we completely lose all of our fake money that we have in this situation,
this is just fake.
We can laugh about it later. So National Anthem. I'll go. So put your name down here. So for the National Anthem, 120 and a half seconds. And I think you said John Baptiste, I think is his name. I'm not going to lie. I haven't heard of that name before. So we apologize if we mispronounced his name. Maybe Hunter, we can ask Hunter and see if he knows off the pod, if he knows who he is. Jazz, R&B, pop musician, singer, songwriter. So where are you at with the National Anthem? I think, do you remember the year that it was the COVID one where there was like limited people at the game, the weekend performed at the halftime show, that someone stood outside the stadium the week of and recorded the recording or the run through.
Yes.
I think it was under 120 seconds, if I remember right. But
it's pretty spot on.
just for fun, where are you going with this? Minus 115 for over, under 120 and a half seconds is minus 105.
I really, there's no thought process into this. You just kind of, so I'm gonna go under. I think
under?
I'm going under. I don't know why. Just my reasoning.
And you know what? Just for the fun of it, I'll go over.
Yeah.
Also, just because I don't know. If I was a professional singer and like knew what I was doing when I perform but you know me, I'm tone deaf. But I would milk that song. I would make it as long as possible because the camera's on you for about a fourth of the actual song because they care about the players more than you. So if it's over 120 seconds, you're probably getting a good chunk still compared to if it's under. So you want to make sure that everybody knows what you're doing.
That's right.
Because that's your moment. That's your moment, man. So I'm gonna go over just because I think that would be hilarious. And to be a little different than you, just so
that's fair. That's totally fair.
You know, just happens. This one we don't have to necessarily pick on just because I think it's kind of obvious. I think we both agree like heavily on this one. First quarterback to be shown on the broadcast during the national anthem.
If it's not Pat Mahomes, then I don't know who it is, man. Jalen Hurts isn't even a quarterback, so sorry.
That's great. Jalen Hurts is at plus 110 and Pat Mahomes is at minus 170. I'm a little upset that Carson Wentz doesn't have any any
no kidding.
odds in this one. Like I put some hypothetical cash on Carson Wentz.
Actually he might get some TV time though. Like
it.
Yeah, he actually will. Mm-hmm.
Are you? Because I know we have a history of talking about Carson Wentz and Dak Prescott.
Sorry, I wasn't
being a Cowboys fan.
So yeah,
and there was a debate on our friend group chat back in, oh my gosh, was that before COVID? Or no, that was after COVID.
I have no idea.
I think it was after COVID. But it was a debate about whether or not Dak Prescott is better than Carson Wentz or vice versa. And let's just say that debate didn't end well for certain people. And since then, it's been kind of obvious who the better quarterback was. But are you kind of rooting for Carson Wentz to get that ring? Obviously, that means the Chiefs win, which that's kind of what you want. But like, does it matter to you? I guess does it matter to you?
No.
Okay.
He's not playing for the Eagles. I don't care.
Okay. I'm honestly, Chase, I'm just trying to poke the bear to see if I can get you a little.
Okay. No, I have no hard feelings towards Carson Wentz. Just
I'm not gonna lie. I'm worried that they're gonna try to show him too much on the broadcast, which will ruin. Because sometimes they try to milk certain storylines.
Yep, for sure.
If the Eagles and the Giants would have matched up in the playoffs, Giants were absolute trash. So that wasn't even going to happen.
Yeah,
but imagine showing Saquon literally every other play.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But
I mean, when they played the last game of the regular season or whatever, like it seemed like that's what it was though.
Yeah.
Even though he sat out, but yeah.
It's crazy. But Pat Mahomes and oh my. We're going to have to take a break here from, oh my, this is like live.
Breaking news?
We have breaking news on this recording here.
The Lakers get Luka? Oh, wait.
No.
Okay, sorry.
After numerous reports of telling the Warriors that he was not going to resign if traded to Golden State, Shams has reported that Miami Heat are finalizing a deal to send Jimmy Butler to Golden State in exchange for Andrew Wiggins, Kyle Anderson, Dennis Schroeder, and a protected first-round pick.
Whoa! What?
So Jimmy Butler is going to Golden State.
Wow!
No, that's why when I was leading into this, I was like,
wow.
After telling Golden State he legit was not going to resign with them. Golden
I'm not
State.
surprised Golden State made a move. They literally are the most desperate team out there, trying to get anyone to play with Steph. But
So as we are recording here on
wow.
a Wednesday night, we have breaking news, which we will touch more on the hardwood convos later this week for
Oh
sure.
wow,
Jimmy Butler is officially a Golden State Warrior, and
that's interesting.
we won't talk too much about it because we obviously have the Super Bowl stuff that we want to get back into. But what are your thoughts on this, real quick?
I don't know. I feel like who did the Warriors give up again? Sorry.
Andrew Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Anderson, and a protected first-round pick.
I think it's kind of funny after Dennis Schroeder's comment earlier this week about what he said he gets traded. I'm not going to say that comment on here, but that's just that's just funny to me. I don't know. Maybe this might be because I'm a Warriors hater and it's just my initial reaction, but I feel like that's kind of like a good amount given up for a guy who's getting pretty old. In his career, obviously it's still Jimmy Butler, but I don't know.
Was Draymond not available?
Yeah, apparently not. I don't know.
If they really are trying to hold on to him as long as possible, I don't get it, man.
I don't get it either. Yeah, this is 2025, bro.
It's a good get. I'm interested to see who they would be able to trade for more because I don't think that's going to be enough.
Yeah.
Plus, they gave away some players that played decent minutes for the Warriors. So
yeah,
we'll see what they do. But yes, again, as we're recording here on a Wednesday night, Jimmy Butler officially traded to, or at least in the process of officially being traded to Golden State for Andrew Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Anderson, and a protected first-round pick. I don't think, just a quick recap of that, I don't think it's going to result in them all of a sudden becoming huge title contenders.
No.
I think they'll be competitive. But I'm sorry, the Golden State Warrior area is
over, man.
It's over.
It's over. They're just, yeah.
I hope Curry stays there his entire career, but I totally get if he wants to go and get a couple more rings before he retires. Because me and you, we both cheer for franchises that appreciate those players that stay as long as possible and are lifers. And like Kobe, obviously he was traded draft night, but he was a Laker for life, man. And Larry Bird was like that for the Celtics. Paul Pierce was for the most part until the Brooklyn Nets trade, which shout out Brooklyn. Also, excuse me. Did you listen to our emergency pod by chance?
No. When was this?
On Sunday. We did one about Luka.
Oh, shoot. Where was that? No.
You check the group chat.
Oh, I need to read my text. Okay.
I'm trying to. Yeah, I said shout out Danny Ainge for always needing to be a part of the biggest trades in NBA history.
I know, that's so funny. He didn't even realize that it happened. He's like, "Oh, it's too late."
Yeah, I knew that because Danny Ainge does not help the Lakers.
No, yeah,
that was like something's fishy here. He didn't.
That's so funny. Yeah, Hood Shafino, man.
But the fact that Jimmy Butler, in my opinion, for that trade package, is worth more than Luka.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
It's interesting. Wait, how old is Jimmy Butler? I don't even know.
34, 35. That would be my guess.
Let's see here. He is 35. Dude, that's like
Yep.
Man.
Yep.
I don't know.
And a 24-year-old got traded for Anthony Davis and
Max Christie, dude, Laker legend.
Max Christie, sorry.
Let's go.
But
that's crazy though. I don't know. I kind of find it funny though that KD was saying that he doesn't even want to play for the Warriors, so they're like, yeah, I guess we'll settle for Jimmy Butler.
Yeah. But yeah, again, Jimmy Butler officially or getting in the process of officially becoming a Warriors player, and Andrew Wiggins going to Miami. I don't know what that does for Miami. I don't think they're really competing for a championship this year anyways, but getting back into the Super Bowl special that we kind of have on this 515 sports podcast here on the 515 podcast network. Obviously the big one that a lot of people like to bet on, or at least discuss, is the Gatorade bath that happens at the end of the game. I'm not gonna lie, every year since I knew that you could bet on this, I've always watched and I'm like, what's the color? I need to know the color. And I think last year is either last no, it wasn't last year, because last year I was actually invested emotionally into the game and I was sad. But the year before, I had a bunch of people over to watch the game. I don't know if you were there. Were you there for the Chiefs first of the back-to-back?
I couldn't even tell you what I did yesterday, dude. I'm sorry. I have no
But
idea.
I remember we all were jokingly placing fake bets on what Gatorade color it was, and then they didn't show. It was literally after the Gatorade got dumped, and we're like, "What was the color? What was the color?"
How do you find out? How do people find out?
We found out on Twitter.
Oh, Twitter.
Because people saw it at the game, so that they were able to tweet out.
Oh, sure.
But in the quest for a three-peat, the Chiefs have won the last 2 Super Bowls, obviously. The Gatorade color both times have been purple. So not only are the Kansas City Chiefs in the process of becoming the first team in NFL history to complete a three-peat, the color purple of Gatorade is in the process of becoming the first ever three-peat Gatorade color
True. Big
for
news.
the Gatorade bath. The only other one is clear, which I told Chase beforehand is obviously water, which had a 4-peat.
Clear.
But clear. That's what it says.
Clear. Okay.
But most used though since Super Bowl 35, orange is at 5, number 1 at 5 times, and then tied for second is purple, clear, and blue, which is 4. If you bet clear, you're no fun. You're no fun. No fun at party.
Who's betting clear, man? Come on.
By the way, before we even make our pick, what is your favorite Gatorade flavor? Are you even a Gatorade guy?
Yeah, I like Gatorade. I haven't had it actually for a long time. Favorite color?
I got a GX.
As Brock has, yeah. I growing up, I always liked the Glacier
Freeze.
Yeah, that used to be my thing. And then I kind of got into the what's I guess it is clear, isn't it? Like the cherry one, the white one.
Oh, I literally think it's called White Cherry.
Dude, that I've been on that spree ever since. I think that one's probably my favorite, the White Cherry.
Yeah, White Cherry.
Love that one.
It's not clear, it's white, by the way, though.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I'd say my least favorite though is the yellow. I'm not a yellow guy at all.
Oh, really?
Sorry if I offended. Yeah, it just.
Oh man, that's a hot take, low key. Because I know a lot of people that love that flavor.
Really? Yeah. As a kid, dude, I just thought it tasted like eggs, and I'm like, this is nasty. So I was not a fan. Fair. But it's probably grown on me, though. So
that's probably. I'm trying to think, that would probably be honestly, yellow would probably be my top 5.
Really?
No. Grape purple is literally
grapes good.
I will drink if I could, I could drink grape Gatorade every day for the rest of my life. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
I'm a sucker for grape flavored candy.
Yeah, you had a lot of grape Propel at your house growing up, didn't you too?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
Honestly, it's probably one of my least favorite Propel flavors, which is funny.
Because
anyone that knows me, I love Propel, but
it was hard.
Grape Propel for some reason just doesn't hit the same.
Maybe
it's because it's not filled with sugar,
yeah,
like Gatorade is. And so I could go for a couple grape Gatorades any day of the week. But
all right, man. I'll have to get you some for Sunday.
Might have to.
Okay.
But grape Gatorade right now is the favorite at plus 195 on FanDuel. Yellow / lime or green. So if you think it's going to be yellow or green, you can get a 2-for-1 deal at plus 230, which is interesting.
Green. Also, who's a green guy? Do you like green Gatorade?
Isn't it like green apple?
Yeah.
I don't think green apple is a liquid flavor I want to drink.
No. Yeah. There's no way. No way.
I think I had it once and I was like, no.
Yeah, I don't see anyone drinking green Gatorade.
Orange Gatorade is third at plus 440. Blue Gatorade's at plus 700, which is shocking to me that orange is third. because the only other color the Chiefs have used was in their first of this dynasty that they have been building. It was orange. So they've never used yellow. And the last time yellow has been used was all the way back at Super Bowl 52, which would make a little bit of sense because Super Bowl 52, the Philadelphia Eagles won that Super Bowl. So you're kind of betting on the two favorite flavors for the teams.
All right, that's fair.
Assuming that Philadelphia is still
they're winning, so that's easy to throw out. So sorry.
And then followed by plus 850 red and pink, so again another 2 for 1, and then plus 1,000 you water/clear, which again if you bet on that you're no fun at parties. So which color are you going with?
I think I'm going for the 3-peat, man. I'm riding with purple, Brock's favorite Gatorade flavor. So,
and I'm staying loyal to purple. So I got to go purple as well.
Yeah,
this is awesome. I love that you can look at this stuff.
I cannot believe that you can bet on this. This is crazy.
Ooh, this was a good one. All right. Obviously, it's professional broadcast, so they're gonna the announcers are gonna look all fancy, be suited up and everything.
Oh yeah.
That means Tom Brady's gonna have a tie.
Oh yeah.
So you can bet on Tom Brady's tie color.
The tie color, yes. Tom Brady.
Do you want to guess which color is the favorite before you look?
The favorite, probably blue.
Blue is the favorite at plus 154.
Yeah.
Followed by gray, which is interesting. Do you wear many gray ties?
No. I don't know if I have a gray tie, to be honest.
Plus 215 is a gray tie. Black is plus 280. No tie plus 430. Red is a plus 870 underdog, and then pink.
Yeah. Pink.
You can bet on more than just pink, but this is only the top. Pink is plus 1,000.
Wow.
1,100 for plus 1,100 for green and plus 1,100 for yellow. I would love for him to wear like green, pink, or yellow. That would be hilarious to see those colors.
Quick question. I guess I don't even know. Has he worn like a tie every game that he's done?
That is a good question.
Because I think no tie has some value here if he hasn't. But if I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that stuff.
That's a good question. Yeah, he has worn a tie.
Oh, okay.
For the most part.
Okay. Well, all right. I mean, I feel like I got to go with my gut here. Like what I said, I don't really like the odds, but
you're gonna go blue.
I think it's blue. That's what I was thinking. I don't see gray. Maybe he could wear black to the Eagles' funeral. I don't know.
I'm trying to think. Like, I want to go red, but like, I don't think he would support any color of the opposing team.
Yeah, I don't think he wants the Chiefs to win.
So, this is a really dumb question. Why am I spacing off? He's Fox, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Fox is blue. So like, but you want it to be different. Again, we're not putting real money on this. I'm gonna go
no tie.
I'm gonna go black tie.
Black tie. Okay. Eagles funeral. I like it.
All right. Honestly, this is perfect timing because now we're kind of we're getting ready to talk a little bit about the halftime show. We're gonna welcome a special guest from the Hardwood Convos podcast. Hunter Rose. How are we doing?
I know this is a Super Bowl pod. Don't associate me with the sport of basketball anymore, ever again. You just don't. I'm never watching it ever.
You're gonna have to go back and watch this when we post this live on Thursday morning. Because we talked a little bit about the Jimmy Butler trade. I'm assuming that you just saw.
Yeah.
Which Jimmy Butler apparently has more value than Luka Doncic.
That's true.
All right.
Nice.
Hunter, outside of basketball, we all, Chase and I, and a bunch of people that know you personally know that you love music. And more specifically, you are one of, if not the biggest Kendrick Lamar fan that I know of personally. And I knew right away when he was announced as the Super Bowl halftime show for this year that I was like, oh, Hunter is probably excited. This is going to be like the most anticipated show for him probably ever. So that was even while all this outside of also inside of the music industry beef that's been going on with Drake and Kendrick has been going on. I guess I'll open the floor to you first. What are your thoughts on the show going into it? Do you have any expectations? Do you have how are you feeling as a Kendrick Lamar fan going into this?
I'm so excited because even so, when it got announced that he was doing the halftime show, that was in the middle of this whole Kendrick and Drake beef. And so obviously since then, it's become no contest. In case anyone also missed it, the best age, really the only aged lyric that has gone well for Drake since this whole beef started is Kendrick just opened his mouth. Somebody hand him a Grammy right now. And then Kendrick proceeded to win 5 Grammys for the song where he calls him a something. So
thank you for censoring that.
Just crazy.
By the way, do you know how many Grammys total Drake has?
5, which is hilarious.
just wanted to make sure that you knew that.
He won as many Grammys as Drake has total. Incredible. Yeah. I got the entire Grammy audience to sing A minor.
I know that some people were a little on the fence on this choice beforehand. Obviously, being from New Orleans, a lot of people probably wanted to see Lil Wayne perform. My personal opinion, Chase, you can give yours as well. Hunter, I definitely want your opinion. If this was any time before 2015, I would have been completely okay with it. I just don't think Lil Wayne is the same performer as he once was. My brother bought Lil Wayne tickets when he was in Des Moines this past year.
Oh yeah.
And apparently he had like 6 openers before he even went on stage. They left before Lil Wayne even like performed because of how many openers he had. If that shows you how little interest some people have for even buying or like watching Lil Wayne at a Lil Wayne concert. What are your guys' thoughts? I think this is a great selection. Obviously, right now, there's no better option because in my opinion, Kendrick Lamar might be the biggest performer in the world right now, marketability wise. Or I get that one area of fans that I know of that will attack me for saying that. You'll get to see her too on Sunday. Oh. Calm down. But
thank you, bro.
I think he might be the biggest thing in the world right now in the music industry.
It's probably between him and like Sabrina Carpenter, and that would be a really weird halftime show to be honest. So I'm good.
Yeah,
she's got talent, but I like my boy Kenny too much. Sorry.
I guess we might as well address the well, no, I don't want to talk about that one yet. So Hunter, we've been, and I think I sent you the link. I don't know if you've opened the link.
I got it pulled up.
Celebrity guest appearances. Obviously, there's never been really a show except for the very few of shows without a celebrity guest or another musician appearing on the show. You think of even the last time Kendrick Lamar performed at halftime, it was that West Coast Dre, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, all those people, and then 50 Cent also showed up. So you know someone's going to show up. Right now, Baby Keem, who I'm not going to lie,
Baby
Hunter,
Keem.
you're going to have to fill me in on.
Keem.
You're going to have to fill me in on some of these people. Is the favorite at plus 110. Future is right behind him at plus 184, as well as Metro Boomin. Who do you expect? Who do you expect? And then who do you want to show up?
So I think I guess this would make sense. It's not on here. SZA, I think has been all but confirmed she's going to be there. And so I'm guessing that's why she is not on FanDuel as someone you can bet on because that'd be free money. Honestly, a person I think would be cool that's not even on here would be Tyler the Creator. for those of you who don't know, Kendrick Lamar released an album towards the end of last year called GNX. Tyler, the Creator, also released an album called Chromacopia shortly beforehand. But and some of the like stuff that has happened since then, Tyler, the Creator, actually teased a music video for one of his songs called Sticky, and it has to do with football. And this is like in the past few days. So like he's either trolling super, super hard, which is not out of character for Tyler, the Creator, or he is like just full on hinting that he's going to be there. For some of the favorites, Baby Keem being the favorite makes sense. For those of you who also don't know, Baby Keem is related to Kendrick Lamar, so it would make sense for him to be there if he does show up. That would no shocker if he would, honestly. Some other cool names on here. DeMar DeRozan, that'd be wild if he just showed up. He was at the.
Does he have music, or is he just
no? He's also like from the Compton area.
Yes,
and so yeah.
I just know that he.
As far as I know,
it doesn't sound like him and Drake are on good terms. No, so that's why it would make sense.
Yeah. So there's this whole lyric in one of Kendrick's songs during the beef about how Canada and Drake did not deserve D-Rose, and it was not Derrick Rose. He's talking about DeRozan. So, and he was in the music video. It's at the Pop Out concert over the summer. So that'd be kind of cool.
Do you know? Oh no, they're home. I was about to say they're at home though. They host the Pelicans. Dang. I was about to say they host the Pelicans on Saturday.
DeMar DeRozan's listed as out. Personal reasons. Seeing some of the names on here, I'm like, why? Imagine Dragons, please no. Please
Do
no.
they have a song together? Well, I guess
there's the old
the remix
song.
of Mad City.
But
no way.
The fact that Maroon 5 is on here,
that'd be funny. That'd be wild. And yeah, if you're betting Drake, that's free money. Please spend your money wisely.
I wanted to ask you, plus 790, you can get The Weeknd.
Mm-hmm.
They have a song. I don't know if they would do, because again, it's been a while since Boseman's passed away, the late great actor Chadwick Boseman. Do you think there's a situation where they do something to honor him or something? I
don't know about honor, but they do have some songs together. In fact, The Weeknd actually just released an album this past week, and so
that's why I thought about it right away.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Out of all these, another cool one. I know I'm just kind of going on and on here, but obviously like Doechii, who won Rap Album of the Year, the Grammys, that'd be a cool one. But there's not really a whole lot. She would kind of probably do her own thing, to be honest, which would be really cool. And then Schoolboy Q, that would be fun. For those of you who might not know me, I love Schoolboy Q as well, and so does Kendrick.
Collard Greens, Hunter.
Yeah, Collard Greens.
Yes. Yep, get some.
So
you know what? That's one that I want to see now, because Collard Greens. That's a really good song.
There you go.
A really good song.
Good.
Okay, you need to explain this to me. Why does Janet Jackson have better odds than Schoolboy Q?
I don't know. That would be wild for her to show up.
Do they have a connection of some sort?
That I don't really like. I know who Janet Jackson is and stuff. I don't know a whole lot about her, but oh wait, they have. Let's see. I guess Kendrick's sampled some songs from her. That makes sense.
Oh, okay.
And there's some other like tie-overs and whatnot, but
it would be interesting to see Janet Jackson show up for a Super Bowl halftime show, just because of her history involving the Super Bowl halftime show.
That makes sense.
Yeah. If you don't know, it's not hard to find.
Can you tell us, Brock?
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited. I love that Rihanna's on here. There's some interesting names. Can you guys current day rap I'm not familiar with. Lefty Gunplay.
Lefty Gunplay. I'm gonna let Hunter do that one.
Dog. That's I think that's kind of an LA thing. If I would imagine.
Okay.
So
Yeah, there U2 is on here. Sia is on here.
Hey, U2, if we get some XXX on there, U2's got a song with Kenny that's pretty fire from his album Dang. So
Dang.
yeah.
Way to keep it clean, Hunter.
Got us, don't worry.
Dang.
But yeah.
I'm gonna listen to Dang tonight.
There you go.
But yeah, if you had to pick, because I'm assuming, knowing him, he's a great performer. Anyone that hasn't seen any videos of him performing live, whether it's on an award show or his own concerts, he's really good at getting the crowd involved. And this is a really hard environment just because the Super Bowl has gone so corporate that tickets are so hard to like afford, where you're going to watch it this weekend and be like, yeah, they're fans there, but are they really there because they're actually fans of the teams playing, fans of the actual game, or for the status of I'm at the Super Bowl and I have money? So I feel like the Super Bowl halftime show is always the hardest crowd to win over. And you're also like 50 plus yards away from them. So finding a way to get them involved is always a great way, is always hard. And a great way to do that is getting, these features and other musicians to join in. And so Travis Scott would be someone that I wouldn't be shocked because he's been in the halftime show before. And he has a big album that just released recently too, right?
Travis Scott, he released an album. So he had one from last year, it was pretty big. And then there's been one of his older, I think it's technically a mixtape. I don't know if it's an album or not, but Days Before Rodeo that officially released on streaming platforms.
Is that the one that has like 4x4 or whatever?
Yeah, I don't really like Days Before Rodeo, but maybe.
Again, the only reason I know that song is because of sports. Anyone that knows me knows that, again, like I mentioned, rap and me right now don't click as much. And also people that know me know that I don't like a lot of things from California. But what I do like...
Luka Doncic?
Well, no. No, we're not. What I do like, though,
sorry, Hunter,
is West Coast rap. Ice Cube, Tupac.
There you go.
Eazy-E.
There you
Dr.
go.
Dre. Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is probably my second favorite rapper all time. If Tupac wasn't ever a thing, he probably would be my favorite rapper all time. So there's just something about West Coast rap versus literally anywhere else that just makes it so much more entertaining and so much more enjoyable to listen to. But I guess now, needing to state the obvious, you can bet on how many diss tracks will be played this weekend. The favorite, obviously heavy favorite, 1+, so at least one played, is minus 2,200. 2+, though, is minus 400. And he has 2-3 diss tracks on Drake? Or is it just two?
He's got like 4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know 2 of them for sure. But how many do you expect, Hunter, to be played? And then at the same time, do you expect Not Like Us to be performed? Do you think it's going to get performed?
I feel like it almost has to be honest.
Yeah.
Like it's just too good at this point to not. So reading through
all the lawsuits and all that.
Yeah. That's kind of the big thing is like with Discovery Music. There's been some stuff going on legally wise. If I remember, I think Drake might have kind of backed out on it. And it also, I guess it didn't have to do as much with like kind of performance and stuff. It had to do more with like streaming. And so that could potentially settle things up a little bit. Reading through the details on this though, because I was curious, but it is specifically with how many of the tracks are played, not how many times will said tracks be played, which is an important distinction because I would love nothing more than for Not Like Us to play 16 times in a row. I
was just telling Chase that.
Awesome.
I was like, it'd be funny if it ended and then ended. He started off with it and then he ended, ends, everybody goes crazy and then right back into it.
Exactly. That, or if he wants to be a real sicko and just psychotic human being, the halftime show could just be Meet the Grams, and it could be Kendrick with a piano doing nothing but play Meet the Grams, and there's just no way that happens.
That would be crazy. Yeah.
There's no
How
way.
funny. I don't think it will happen because I don't know legally how you're able to do this or if you even can. What if they played that Drake line to start?
It'd be funny.
That'd be
funny. I'd like it personally.
But how many total diss tracks do you think will be played?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know if I would touch this because I honestly think it would be one. I'd be shocked if he played Meet the Grams or 616 in LA or 616 in LA. Euphoria absolutely could be played, but it is a longer song, so it would be just a snippet of it if it does. So that's why, you could maybe sprinkle it on 2. But even at -400, I just don't think it's really worth it. And especially at -2200 for Not Like Us. No way.
And then obviously Not Like Us, -650 for at least once, twice, plus 540, all the way to 3 or more, plus 3,500.
That's awesome. I'd want to just do that just cause.
Do you think he'll play it more than once?
I could see twice. Honestly, like kind of what you said, Brock, because for example, at the Pop-Out concert over the summer, which is a very different environment than the halftime show, he played it like 6 times.
By the way, if you haven't seen that, I honestly would tell you not to watch it until after the Super Bowl, because the production for that song performance by itself, the camera cuts, I'm nerding out just a little bit because anybody that knows me, I'm in video production. If they play this song and they don't do the same style, it's over. It's ruined. It's ruined for me because it is one of the best creative decisions ever made for a live performance, because it's a difficult one, knowing how production works and how hard it is to cut cameras that quickly, but it's enjoyable to watch. But sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're not wrong. I definitely watch it.
So you think just once?
I think once or twice. Those would be, because I could see it being like, obviously he's definitely gonna do it. He has to. Like, there's no way. The thing is, he could, and it would still be great. It would be a great halftime show if he didn't sing it. I feel like, especially coming off of 5 Grammys for it, this has been planned ahead of time, obviously. Yeah. But like, just showing how popular that song is, and the fact that he got brought on to the halftime show in the middle of all of this, it wouldn't make sense to me to not sing it. So I'm going with at least once.
Have you looked at the odds for first song?
I was looking through it a little bit. I didn't see all of them yet, though.
So the second favorite is Not Like Us. So I think that's kind of hilarious. I think Humble, which is the favorite, is probably the most like obvious one, because I feel like you have to start with something that like everybody knows, or if you know who he is, you will know this. Like, if you know even who Kendrick Lamar is, you'll know this song, kind of thing, because rap is an acquired taste in terms of whether you like it or not. And I'm happy they went with Kendrick Lamar, but a lot of people don't really know who he is, or at least they don't realize they know who he is. So, how would you, as a Kendrick Lamar fan, how would you start out the show?
Personally, I guess what I would want him to start with. I think yes. Just so, because Kendrick, this is the first time he's headlined, but it's not the first time he's been on there. And so, while I think Humble, especially in like the light Brock brings it in of like, this is a song that a bunch of people know, like it's old enough at this point that people are gonna know it when they hear it. I think a great one to start with, because he's had 2 albums since then, which is awesome, because for a while there were no albums since then. I think N95 would be a great start. Another one would be Squabble Up, because Squabble Up has like almost a perfect kind of one. Squabble Up was during the music video for Not Like Us, was kind of like the beginning of it. It was a snippet that played and everyone's like, oh my gosh, this song is great. Like, it needs to be released as own. And then he releases last album, and then it was on there. So it's identifiable enough, and it's a nice little like snippet song to kind of start with. So those would be two that I would actually really, really like to see. But yeah, Humble and Not Like Us, those two would not shock me in any regard. So,
and then odds for the last song he performs, the favorite is All the Stars at plus 210 and Savior at plus 470. Is that kind of an obvious?
All this, yeah, especially with SZA being there, All the Stars would be awesome. Another one would be like Luther, another song that SZA's on. Be cool to see end out. King Kunta would go hard just in general. But yeah, those two would make a lot of sense. And then Not Like Us would be fire. So I think everyone.
They put it all the way down at the bottom. Not Like Us is the favorite at minus 160.
Okay. Well,
they tried to mess with they want people betting on literally everything.
They were trying,
but Not Like Us.
Yeah. But another one on here. Not a Kendrick song, but a song with Lil Wayne. If Lil Wayne were to show up, Mona Lisa would be a really cool outfit.
Mona Lisa.
But I don't really think that would happen.
I'll have a lot of respect for Kendrick Lamar if he actually gives Lil Wayne a little bit of a little time to just perform.
Wait, does he have odds on here?
I don't think so.
Lil Wayne or
I don't see him on here.
I don't think so. I think he even said that he may not even be going to the game, which I mean,
there's some weird stuff even within the not the beef, but within Kendrick's last album of with Lil Wayne.
So okay, yeah. Which I mean, that doesn't shock me because Lil Wayne was really, really sour about this decision. But whatever. The fun one, 10.5 is the current odds for total number of songs.
This one might be the hardest one, honestly.
That because it's like
tough.
How many? So the thing with Kendrick is that there's a lot of great songs. There's a lot of songs though that you have to work around if you're wanting to perform them for obvious reasons, which means there's room for cutting them really short and also adding other songs. I don't know what the average is for Super Bowl halftime show songs, how many songs were played, but I hope it's over because I would love to hear as many Kendrick Lamar songs, even if it is just one verse, half a verse, whatever it may be.
So take this with a grain of salt. According to Google AI, on average, a Super Bowl halftime show typically features around 5 to 8 songs, which seems wild that it's at 10. But at the same time, like Brock, I think that's the thing that's so difficult is because so many snippets are played. I don't know if this is accounting for that or not. Yeah, I would hope for over 10.5 as well. But yeah, that being at plus 100 honestly does make sense as in being like the quote unquote underdog here. So.
Yep. And then the last one with the halftime show that I in mind. This is just a hilarious one that this is even a thing. I think Hunter's looking at it too. Will Drake release a song on Super Bowl Sunday? Plus 370 for yes, minus 600 for no. I will just say Hunter knows this beef more than anyone that I know of. But at the same time, if I remember right, the last track that Drake dropped involving Kendrick didn't last long because Not Like Us was later released and it was in Kendrick's back pocket. So if for some reason a song gets released even the morning of the Super Bowl, something's telling me that Kendrick Lamar has something in the back of his pocket already in the event that Drake releases something. So if he would to release something, best be for after the Super Bowl. But even then, tread lightly because Kendrick did it before. He will sure as dang, as Hunter said it earlier, he is sure as dang do it again.
Dang. Yeah, I think that's the funny thing with this one because on one hand, Drake is petty enough to just not do anything after that point of Not Like Us dropping, and then just be like, watch it. Because I guess not necessarily affiliated with like the Super Bowl or anything, but Drake has released music like after a major sporting event back in the fraudulent run of the Raptors. Drake released music after that, and so it wouldn't be like crazy, but especially in just how Drake has been since Not Like Us happened, of basically one, not doing anything, and then two, being a little child essentially about the whole situation. I would be kind of surprised if he did drop something. I'd be more surprised if he did drop something. So -600 for no makes sense. I don't know if I'd bet it, but it's there.
Yeah, I just thought that was a hilarious one.
Yeah, that's just wild.
Can you make an announcement for people like my mom and assure us that Taylor Swift will not be making a cameo appearance, as in like actually performing?
That'd be something. I mean, there is a song that they have together, and Kendrick has worked with the same kind of producer and album people that Taylor Swift has had. There's no way. Not to mention like the fact that Travis Kelce's in the like game already. That'd be kind of weird for her to perform, to be honest. Like in my eyes. I also just don't like Taylor Swift.
I think she has a little point. I think she has a little bit of like, I don't know. She obviously has an awareness that like this is Travis's event, but Travis could also just be like, "Yo,
yeah,
do whatever." And I'm not gonna lie, people can say what they want. I guarantee if these two end up together forever, great. But at the same time, once he's retired, guarantee you the first Super Bowl after he's retired, she gets the halftime show. I'll put money on that.
Yeah,
because am I wrong for assuming it's not if, it's when, kind of when she gets her own show, or am I crazy? Because I know she has beef, or she had beef with Apple Music in the past and streaming in general, but
yeah, it wouldn't shock me if she got on one. So yeah, I would say yeah. When not, honestly, that's probably a good way to put it. If not, or when, not if. So
yeah, I always had a theory that what's his name? Who's the guy from One Direction that was like that's really popular as a solo artist? Harry Styles or whatever. I always thought that he would perform, and the ending would be like. I always had this theory that if he ever performed, they would have been working on a comeback for One Direction, and obviously that's not gonna happen anymore, or it won't be the same. And like at the end of the show, because marketing wise this makes so much sense, end of the show they perform one of their hits together, and then boom, commercial promoting their like album and world tour or whatever, because that would literally break the internet, because that's the biggest pop music group for our generation, probably, right?
I'd say like longevity wise, yeah. Like it's still something that people listen to. So
it's just an unfortunate situation with that won't happen. It was just a theory that I've had for years, and I was like, that would be one of the best like marketing moves ever for music. But oh, by the way, Hunter, we're keeping track of a couple like just prop bets or whatever, just for fun. We're not putting any money down. Do you want to participate?
Dude, yeah.
All right. National Anthem. We're going to hit these quickly as we're almost running out of time. National Anthem. Over under 120 and a half seconds.
Over.
I was
quick. I'll just fire these off. Don't worry.
Gatorade color.
Purple.
All three of us are going for purple.
Oh,
by the way.
No, I got to change my answer now. Hold on.
Whoa. Okay.
No, I'm kidding. Purple.
By the way, Hunter, purple is going for the first ever three-peat in NFL history for Gatorade colors.
I was looking through earlier. I think I did see one three-peat. I think clear three-peated.
If you choose clear, you're not fun at parties. We don't consider clear.
Like it's not it's not happening. But like I'm pretty sure it did three.
Oh, it went 4. but it's
four? Oh,
yeah, it's water. Yeah, you want to let's see which teams in NFL history are not fun at parties. Oh, go figure. The Patriots, number one. Then the what?
Shocker.
Yeah, then the Steelers. So yeah, Mike Tomlin seems like a clear Gatorade guy.
Kirk Ferentz seems like a clear Gatorade guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amen.
Peyton Manning and the Colts. Yeah, go figure.
Yeah,
and then right after that, followed up by Eli Manning. So you got Ben
dude.
Roethlisberger, the Mannings, and Tom Brady. That is like
wow.
This should be shocking. Oh, and then the year before, the clear 4-peat, the Patriots won, and they had none. There was no Gatorade bath. So
no Gatorade.
No fun.
Yeah.
No Gatorade.
The next one before you joined, we did Tom Brady's tie color. You can also say no tie if you want.
Blue.
Okay. This guy's spitting.
Do you guys want to make a Kendrick Lamar first song bet?
Sure. Hunter's gonna win this one, but
no.
Let's see here.
Because I'm gonna want this to win, but
I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna go with the favorite just because I feel like that's the most logical one.
Yeah.
And that's the one that personally for me, I feel like he's gonna perform that at some point. Just get the one that everybody knows out of the way first.
Yeah. I'll go squabble up.
Dude, I was just gonna say that. Are you serious? I like their. Can I go squabble up with Hunter?
Yeah,
I actually I think it's like kind of popular. Like I saw like ESPN was like playing it like Saturday night for like some college basketball games. So
yeah,
I like that, Hunter.
And then do you guys want to make a guest appearance selection?
Janet Jackson. Just kidding.
I'll put it on the graphic, and then everybody will be like, "Why is Chase choosing Janet Jackson?"
Oh man.
I'm gonna go The Weeknd.
Okay, yeah. Brock's been all over The Weeknd.
I can't wait for The Weeknd.
Yeah, same. I really don't know this one, but I love Metro Boomin, so mark me out for Metro Boomin. I just like Metro.
I don't want to say Baby Keem. I honestly don't think this will happen, but because this song will play, I'm gonna go Lefty Gunplay because he's in TV Off.
Is that the one that I said I don't know who that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be shocked if he showed up, but if I were to put money on something,
I'll put on the graphic. I'll put an asterisk by it and then says Hunter doesn't actually think this was happening.
Like it might,
but
like based on value of the pick, going Lefty Gunplay.
This is awesome.
Rosen, that's good.
Last one. Will a player or coach cry during the national anthem?
Yes, 100%.
Where's that?
Like, okay, let me rephrase that for us, for our purposes of having fun. Will a player be caught crying? Not all the way, like, oh, you can already see the tear happen. We want to see it on, and no replays. This has to be live.
Does coach include, or is it just player?
Yes, anyone.
Then yes.
Anyone on the staff.
Yes.
It has to be live during the anthem. Can't be a replay, and it can't be like, oh, the tears down here. You can see the streak. It has to be like you see it rolling.
Nick Sirianni will be bawling his eyes out, and the camera will be on. I guarantee it. There is no way that doesn't happen.
I'm going yes as well.
I'm thinking no. Am I crazy to say that? I think the odds at 520 are kind of solid.
You don't want to see Nick Sirianni bawling his eyes out?
I want to see him ball. I really do. But I'm going to go no. I'll be different here.
Fair.
Sorry.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
All right. Different. I think there's one more on here that I actually wanted to talk about. Where is it at?
Come on, Brock.
Oh, whatever. I was going to say who will show up after kickoff, who will show up on the camera first, Taylor Swift or Travis Kelce, but
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that would have been my assumption.
Luka Doncic.
But any final comments before we sign off here? Hunter, I know we'll be back. Chase, you're more than willing to join us tomorrow to recap the trade deadline. But
is that a hardwood?
Yep.
Okay.
But any final comments before we sign off here?
John Horst, your days are numbered. I'm watching you while you sleep.
Who's
Hunter about to drop a diss track on him.
possibly?
All right. Well, if there's nothing else, enjoy the games, guys, this weekend. We'll talk a little more college hoops next week on the 515 Sports Podcast. But root for purple Gatorade for the boys. But we'll see everybody next week. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow, share, whatever you can do to help support us on the 515 Podcast Network. We truly appreciate it. Without your support, we wouldn't be able to do this on a weekly basis. Make sure to tune into the Sports Nerds upcoming this week, as well as the Hardwood Convos. We'll see you guys next time.